Man, look at these comments here. Who's this idiot who says that the late curate? Oh, shoot. We're back. We're on.
There's a podcast called Between Two Slabs. They consume mass media. It seems so sad. It's the great curator and Merlin. They can't grow pubes, so they gotta wear a merkin. They got no money, so I guess they gotta share. Just two nerds wishing they could grow body hair. Comics, cards, and toys, nothing that would interest you. It's the podcast that nobody listens to.
Speaking of no one listening to, we have 10 people in right now. Good evening, Dan. Good evening, gentlemen, ladies, gentle ladies, everyone. This is Between Two Slabs. We're here. Rise and shine, everyone.
Yes,
it's back. Time again.
We're back fashionably late as ever, Zach of all trades. Okay.
I know.
Okay, we'll get here when we get here. All right, relax. Okay?
It was my fault this time, Zach. I had I couldn't log in to the StreamYard, so okay. I had to get a passcode from Dan.
Blame this guy. Blame this guy. Okay, so but
this
we got
guy. Who's that guy over there?
I'm stressed. I am stressed at the amount of topics that we got to get through today because
I don't even know half of them, man. I've been so busy.
Like, oh my gosh. It feels like there's been so much happening. I want to share with you guys everything that has happened in the last week since the last episode. But the first thing we'll talk about here is, you know, our sponsorship deals with Veriswap and Standup Displays have run up. So the way that we're going to do these sponsorship campaigns is we'll go one sponsorship for a couple months, then we'll take a break because we don't want to sound too competitive with you guys, and then we'll try to switch it up. So we'll get your sponsors in, and we'll get you guys new discounts and things like that. But we want to thank Stand-Up Displays and Veriswap for supporting us for the last 2 months. So maybe we can revisit that and get them back here towards the end of the year. Until then, we still want to support their stuff. Great companies, great products, great people. So I'm still wearing my Veriswap shirt here. So we want to give them a lot of love from our channel, guys. And we still have all that information, I think, in the show notes below, right? Do we have it
right?
In there?
And yes, we will make sure to add it to it. They're on there, and then we'll be hanging out with those guys. We'll see them in Chicago at the National. They'll all be there.
Yes, definitely. But exciting news is that the Golden marketing team must have seen our live episode last week, and they must have been so impressed by the high level of production, the superb entertainment value that we brought to them last week. All the comments that you guys put in the comment section and in the video show notes afterwards, that they were impressed enough to renew our contract for at least another month. Guys, so we're still kicking. We're still breathing. The golden hour is still alive. We will be doing our weekly episode tomorrow. We're going to switch up the format. We're not going to do short 15-minute episodes on Mondays anymore because
we're gonna do really long live ones.
You guys asked for it. You guys said, Merlin, Dan, we want to see you guys for 2 hours. We want to listen to you guys ramble on.
Yeah, we loved when curator rants and rants and rants.
Yes.
Now you get 2 days of it.
Yes.
Not only Tuesday, but now Wednesday with the golden hour auction.
Yes. 15 minutes on Monday was not enough. Hour and a half live show on Tuesday, not enough. We need 2 hours of you yelling at the camera on Wednesday nights. So you asked for it. You guys got it. We will have the Golden Hour episode live tomorrow, 6 p.m. We will be watching the end of some elite auctions, very important elite auctions, ending tomorrow night. Big ticket items. Vader Super Refractor, Harry Potter Quad Auto, Walt Disney signed check.
Harry Potter. We'll see what they ended at, right?
Green used wands. Lots of pop culture items tomorrow that we will be watching. I will be bidding on some items. You guys will watch me bid. We will see if I get some of these things. We'll see. And then we will talk about some items to highlight for the weekly auction that will end Thursday. So you guys will get a chance to bid on that. There's a lot of stuff this week. There's like over 1,200 items.
1,200?
In the golden auction on Thursday, and we'll get into that. I'll just tell you guys right now. We'll get into it right now, guys. There's so many auctions that are ending on Thursday that I was just checking the scale of
this Thursday.
This Thursday,
2 more days from now, Thursday.
Yes. And these are pop culture. This is not sport. This is pop culture. over 1,200 items ending on Thursday. I'm telling you guys, these items are falling through the cracks. Okay. Sorry for the people that are consigning with them right now, but I'm telling you, there's so much stuff on there that things are going to fall through the crack. So it is the perfect time to get deals on comic books, Pokemon cards. They have magic cards in there, all sorts of stuff, all sorts of crazy stuff that they have in there. Check it out, guys. So we'll be talking about that on Thursday. We will do another $100 giveaway this week. So if you want to be eligible to win the $100 golden auction credit giveaway, you have to watch tomorrow during our live. So we'll talk about it and we'll tell you guys when to comment and things like that. The last week's winner was who, Merlin?
Pokey Holo Sports, and he's in the chat room right now. Congratulations, buddy.
Our friend Gilbert, Pokey Holo Sports. He's been a big supporter of mine and this channel for as long as I can remember.
Yep, same here.
Very, very awesome dude. Very supportive. Every time I see him, you know, nothing but nice things to say. So I'm so glad that he was able to win. He's won a lot of my giveaways, to be honest. He has the curator stand, and he wins like that. The giveaways that I do, he wins one like every other week. I'm always sending the guy stuff. I'm always sending him like a bunch of stuff. So I'm super glad that he won.
Why did you tell me that then? He wins everything. I shouldn't give him anything.
He deserves it. He deserves it. And that's the point of our giveaways. When we do these sponsorship giveaways, we want to make sure that it's just not some random dude that sees the giveaway and then they enter. We want to make sure that it's like people that support us, OG supporters, the people that are most vocal, the people that comment, the people that show up. We're trying to give back to you guys. So that made me really happy that that Poke Hollow Sports got it. So thank you, brother. I see you in the chat. Yep. We will get to your comments soon. So that's the big news, guys, is that we got renewed for at least a little bit longer. And we're going to be doing more episodes of the Golden Hour for the rest of the month, every Wednesday live for you guys, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So shall we get into the news? Is there anything you want to talk about before we get into?
No, just start spilling me everything. This whole week's been a big blur. It's been busy week. And I'm setting up with Donald the Show Locator this weekend at Premiere. So if anybody is going to be going to the Premiere, is that I think at Brea?
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for inviting me. Jeez, you and Donald setting up.
Well,
you don't
come.
Even me.
He got me a table. I told you.
It's okay.
He did this a while back ago. I asked you.
Yeah,
I'm going to be there with Donald. So if anybody's there, please bring me some pop culture stuff so I can bring to the National with me. That's why I'm going. So I'm hoping some people will bring me some good stuff. I'm looking for stuff. So if you've got it, bring it to me. And plus wrestling.
Oh, you're still buying wrestling?
Well, if it's good.
Yeah. If it's good.
And
right?
From last night, it looks like I need to start buying some Damian Priest. Looks like he's going to start getting a push.
Let me tell you guys, if you want to buy some wrestling cards, Merlin has too much inventory. He has too much wrestling inventory. He went crazy. So if you guys want to get wrestling cards, buy out his inventory and then maybe shift it into something else, Merlin.
No, I am shifting in other stuff, man. Just I got on a kick because I knew I was grabbing stuff while it was still inexpensive, and that's why I did it before it got too crazy, because I saw the craze, just like I did with Star Wars Galaxy. I bought it all before people started realizing it, man. And but now I'm back in the music cards, into some pop culture, and I am going through the years looking for some good stuff, which we'll show later. I've got a couple of things to show, which is non-wrestling but pop culture stuff related. So you're gonna love it. Crowd's gonna love it. The viewers are gonna love it. So I can't wait to share.
Awesome, amazing. Okay, shall we just get right into it? I feel like
Tell me what you got, man.
I don't want to get into the biggest topic of the show tonight. I feel like we have to kind of draw it out a little bit. So I'm going to give you this chance.
And I don't even know what the biggest topic is.
It's man.
I haven't even talked to you the last few days.
I'm nervous to talk about it. I'm nervous to talk about this because it's like it's going to cause a stir. Okay, it's going to cause some controversy. It's going to be controversial.
What? Is this related to you, or is this just the news in general? I am so like
I'm hesitant to talk about it. To be honest, some of the people in the chat I've already talked to about it. So they They kind of know, like.
Oh my God, they found out for me? Great.
It's I'm nervous to say it, to be honest. I'm nervous to talk about it because it's gonna cause some waves. It's gonna cause some waves. And I'm still trying to figure out what is the best way to do it so that it has the most impact in the positive way and it has the least impact in the negative way. You know, so I'm trying to understand it. So we'll talk about a time because, to be honest, not many people watch this podcast. We're the best podcast in the hobby that nobody listens to.
We've got 23 now, people.
Yeah, so I feel like if we talk about it here, it's not going to be like widespread or anything like that. I'm sure. But I'm nervous. I'm excited, nervous, all these emotions going on right now to talk about it. So I want to give you. So I'm going to do something that I never do. Okay,
what is it?
I'm going to give you the floor, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk about whatever you want before I take over and go on a 45-minute rant.
45-minute rant? Have you already practiced this? Like, what's going on here, man?
That is being conservative.
Okay. Well, I've been cracking slabs, and they're all easy. And I'm sending a bunch into back to PSA, and they're either BGS non-subgrades or SGCs or CSGs and HGAs, and they all went pretty smoothly because I sent a bunch in, and then hopefully I'm going to get them before the national. But let me tell you, damn it, I gave up on some of the HGAs. I don't know if they were the older versions or the newer versions, but man, I cannot cut through them. Like here, okay, for instance, here is a Harry Kane rookie auto, soccer player Harry Kane. Look at that, man. Like all the other ones went right through. I cut right through them like
this
butter.
HGA?
But this is an HGA slab.
And you can't crack it.
I can't get through this thing, man. I tried everything. I tried a hammer and a nail. I tried the cutter that I used everything else, which just took one cut.
How can you not crack the plastic?
Dude, it just like
diamonds?
It's like gooey or something. It kind of gets stuck. It's kind of like the candy gets stuck on top of your gums. You know what I'm talking about? Like the taffy.
So you're telling me you can't take a pair of pliers?
No, the cutters.
Break off the end.
No, it just goes right through. It just gets stuck.
That's interesting because
taffy on my gums.
I had an HGA Darth Vader a wave refractor.
Yeah.
And because it's in an HGA slab, I could not move it for the life of me.
I know. It's like it has leprosy.
And
it doesn't matter if it's a 10, 9.5. I'm like, dude, you can send this in, get it graded.
Yeah.
And I could have this card priced half of what it went for comp, and no one will even give a damn. They don't look at it. They don't care. It's like, get that thing near away from me. It's got rabies or something.
I took it to my my card prepper.
Okay. That's what I'm going to have to do.
And I said, hey, can you crack this? And usually he cracks everything for me. No problem. Okay. He said, nah, I can't do it. Sorry, man. I'm like, why not? He's like, something about these slabs. They're very difficult. You need a specialized tool to do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. And I was like, I didn't understand how that could be. I was about to crack it myself, but luckily I sold it at the last Dallas show. Some guy bought it off me. Thank God.
That's a relief.
Thank God. But yeah, so that's interesting that you say that. That I guess it is true. You just it's too secure. You can't crack it or something. It's like Gorilla plastic or something.
Yeah, no, it is. Seriously, it is. I mean, good for them, I guess, but I can't sell the damn car. But almost all the things I took out of HGA, even if it went down a grade, I sold it higher and quicker than when it was an HGA case. And I'm like, God, don't people want the card? It's like the hottest card ever. And I'm
okay, so you can't even take a drill? You can't even drill through it?
Oh my God. No, it gets stuck. I'm telling you, it's like hard candy that gets stuck up on top of your gums and your teeth.
Crazy. You know what you should do? Can you film this process and just try to?
Oh, I've done it before. It's
match it.
It's a train wreck.
No, film it. I think people need to see how difficult this is.
Yeah.
Make some content out of it, okay? Please.
Okay, I'm gonna make content. I was already making content with it, and I was sweat was dripping down my face. Yeah. And I had to just stop record and quit and move on to the next one.
Yeah, that could be your next set of YouTube shorts.
It could be an hour live stream on this one.
Yeah. Maybe, how valuable is that card?
It's a couple $100 card.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, let's take it to the gun range and blow it up.
No, it's a.
Let's see if it's bulletproof. Let's see.
Harry Kane, he won like the MVP of soccer this year.
Yeah.
Someone took it to the national with me.
Very interesting. Maybe a saw. Maybe you got to take a saw to it or something.
Oh, I had what do you call it? The electric saw thing, the mini ones.
Yeah, the little.
And the last time I did this, back end of 2022, that it literally melted the saw. The HGA slabs did. Like this, the blades were just like all wrecked. So I had to throw the saw away.
What if you tried to burn it?
I don't know. Well, I see someone in here, Loser Lisa, someone's name in here. Heat the razor up first. I'll try that.
Melt through it. I'm sure you can melt through it. It's plastic, right?
That's what I'm going to try next. So, yeah, that's my beef. And Dan, let me tell you, I was posting a bunch of clips like from our lives and everything, and us live in Dallas. And you're trying to tell people to get up, give me 1,000 subscribers on my channel on YouTube, which folks, if you're not, please go on my channel and subscribe to me. And you were telling everybody I was going to streak through the Dallas Card Show. People, I got so much hate mail for that, man.
Why?
Because they said you and Dan, the curator, are disgusting and foul. And I'm like, dude, like, trust me, I don't. First of all, I don't like. It's just a joke, okay? Like, calm down, folks. Like, it's just a joke. But they really thought you were being like literal.
They're body shaming you. That's what they're doing. They're body shaming.
I don't think, and plus, I don't think it's going to be any kind of rated R, rated X thing going on. I think the kids would laugh at me. Actually,
oh boy,
I think the kids would laugh at me. It's okay.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Let me tell you, okay. Well, I don't know if you know this or not. I'll share with people, but my old roommate, before my girlfriend Maria moved in with me, I had a roommate who was an actor. He still is an actor, but he was an actor, and he would come. You know, when he come back to LA to act, he would stay with me at my place because I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in West Hollywood. And he was in this movie called Observe and Report that came out in 2009. I don't know if you ever saw it. Did you ever see the movie with Seth Rogen? And Danny McBride was in it. Observe and Report. It was about a mall cop.
No.
Well, my roommate was the antagonist of the movie. Okay. He was a flasher at the mall. He was like flashing with a trench coat and flashing people.
Okay.
And at the end of the movie, it's a 5-minute scene where he's running through the mall being chased by Seth Rogen in slow motion to the Pixies, Where Is My Mind? And it's full male frontal nudity in slow motion. And my roommate is a big guy, let me tell you. So there's a lot of
he's big in that regard.
No, not in that regard. Believe me, I went to the premiere of it at the Chinese theater, and I told him, like, it's like, dude, even on the big Chinese theater screen, you still had a small, you know what? Okay.
What are we talking about here?
And he told me, he's like, dude, like, my, you know what, is very small. Don't laugh. I'm like, well, I think that's why you're in this movie. It's a comedy. And let me tell you, I've never seen so much of my roommate on the Chinese theater as this. So a couple of years later, I guess it became a cult favorite among like teenagers and young male boys. And there was a bunch of skater kids in front of our apartment while we were walking down the street. And there was like 12 kids. They're probably like anywhere from 12 to 15 years old, these kids were. They're all boys. And they recognized my roommate. They're like, oh my God, you're in that movie Observe Report. And all the kids going, man, you have a small penis. And he's like, oh, thank you. But he was so excited that he was recognized.
Oh, thank you.
They're like, you have a lot of balls for doing that, man. And he's like, well, thank you.
Okay.
That was it. So that's my story.
Okay. Now you guys understand why I talk mostly on this podcast. Okay.
Oh, shut up.
When I let Merlin go, he really goes out there. Okay?
But anyway, At least I'm doing better than my roommate is. My old roommate.
All right. Clearly, that is sarcasm.
Yes, sarcasm.
That I was talking about when I'm saying that we're trying to get you to 1,000 subscribers and you'll run naked in the Dallas Card Show. Clearly, that's sarcasm. So
it is.
I don't understand.
I hope it was. Thank God.
Yeah, I don't understand why people feel the need to.
Dan always volunteers me to do these crazy things all the time, and that's my point. So don't worry.
That's what it takes, guys. That's what it's going to take to get Merlin to 1,000 subscribers. We need to make outrageous goals for him to do these things.
Yes.
So
I don't think I'm going to be streaking through Dallas Card Show when guns are legal to be carried in Texas. I don't want to die.
You'll be carrying your own piece. You'll be carrying your own
piece. Whoa, hey now.
How did we even get on this topic? I don't even know. But anyway,
I don't know, because you got me in a lot of trouble, I guess. Hot water.
Well, you're the one,
and I had to tell them that I was joking.
You're the one who flipped it, but
we have a sense of humor. Please have a sense of humor.
Screw those guys.
Even if I did streak through the Dallas Card Show, just have a sense of humor.
What of it? I think they're body shaming you. That's what it is. They're trying to
shut up.
They're trying to impose their own insecurities on you. I think it would be a beautiful moment for the hobby. I think you celebrating your rise from 0 to 1,000 over a 2-year period, and bringing that excitement and that energy to the Dallas Card Show and going all natural.
I'll have one of my prized cards, pop culture cards. I'll run it all the way to Golden Booth nude.
Yes. Yeah. So you guys heard it. He just confirmed it. Okay. All you guys that are commenting on him.
I will tackle Art at the Golden Booth.
Yes.
You'll see security, just like my buddy in the movie where Seth Rogen shoots him in the shoulder when he at the end of the movie.
Okay. All right. So you guys heard it. Let's get.
I just don't want to get shot like he did.
Let's get Merlin to 1,000 subscribers. Even if you have to make multiple accounts with multiple email addresses, please help this man out. Help this man out. Get him to 1,000 subscribers. Okay.
Whew. Maybe we'll be sooner. Maybe it'll be the national. Who knows?
There we go. All right. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, I know Dan's like, we got to move on, please.
I should stop you right there, to be honest.
You embarrass me all the time. I'm allowed to embarrass you.
Okay. Let's see. Where we at?
It wants me to wear an ankle sock like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Okay. So we're 22 minutes in. Okay, I think we can begin to talk about this.
Okay.
So let me just start off by talking about this one topic, and it's going to lead into this other topic. Okay. So you see the background here, right? You see the showroom that I have here, right? And I've talked about it many times about how I was building this, I was investing, buying all these cases, spending a lot of money. This whole showroom probably cost maybe $3,000, I think.
Okay.
Something like that, in that range, $2,500, $3,000 to do all this. And I'm still not done yet. I still have this wall here. Let me show you real quick.
Okay.
I still have this blank wall here where I have
let it settle in just for a moment so it can refocus.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
So I still got this blank wall, which I'm currently framing a lot of my uncut sheets. So I got to mess this up here. I'm currently framing a lot of my uncut sheets to prepare to hang on that wall. So I'm still doing stuff, right, with my showroom here. I call it my showroom, the curator showroom here. And the reason I decided to make this substantial investment in all this display cabinetry and all that stuff is because I noticed some other people on Instagram that have incredible displays. Like the first guy that comes to mind, Star Wars Card Crazy. Okay, you had an interview with him a couple weeks ago, David, our friend David.
Yes, David's great.
He built this beautiful, amazing showroom, and he just started showing off.
Yeah, it looks like a museum.
Yeah, he started making reels about it, and his social media following took off. His content kills it. He gets thousands of views from his showroom, and it kind of dawned on me that if I want to continue to make interesting, entertaining content, I've got to have a proper display, basically. So that's why I took that example.
Gotcha.
And I invested the money to build out this whole display area with the intention that it was going to allow me to make interesting content, and and things would come out of that. Okay, so that's why I did it. So one of the immediate effects that building this showroom did is I met a gentleman online who saw one of my reels that I was doing this. I met this gentleman, and he saw it and he thought I was interesting, and he started following me from that. So I gained at least one new follower from that. Okay. And from that follower, that one gentleman, he started to follow my content. He started to see my cards, and he saw some cards that he really liked. And he started to message me on Instagram to try to work a deal. Okay. So from this display that I built for the benefit of making content and things like that, it led directly to this connection where this guy engaged with me to try to buy some of my cards. Okay.
Okay.
That leads me to this. Okay. I negotiated a deal with this gentleman, and it has been confirmed. Money has been exchanged. Hands have been shook, where this deal that I closed over the weekend with him is the biggest deal of my life, the biggest card deal of my life, that resulted from building this display, essentially. Okay, so this gets me into the next transition topic here of closing this biggest deal. So I talked about this last week, if you remember. You remember I was talking about, like, this guy was difficult to
the big deal.
That big deal
you're working on.
Right. I was trying to tell you guys last week. If you haven't seen that episode, go back, watch it. We cut up some shorts on TikTok. You can check out the condensed version. But basically, I was telling you guys last week that deals can go hot, can go cold. Okay, in a matter of moments. So you never want to close out a deal completely, right? You never want to just shut the door on a deal. You always want to leave it open to some extent, and you always want to be kind, polite with the person when you're communicating with them, because you never know what will happen. Okay. And that was what was going on with this gentleman here. So he messaged me on Instagram one day. He said, "Hey, I saw you have these cards here. Okay, I saw you have Star Wars superfractors. I saw you have wrestling superfractors. I'm interested. Can we work together?" And these cards that I have, they're not cheap. They're several $1,000s each, these cards that I have, the way that I value them, right? And I told the guy, I said, this is what I want for the cards. This is why I have the cards. This is who I want to take to be the next caretaker of these cards. Because that's how I look at it. All my one-of-ones, like, I'm the caretaker of my rarest cards, and I'm the caretaker until the next caretaker comes. So I got to make sure that person's qualified, basically. That's the way I look at it, right? So we had this conversation. And I said, if you're the guy and you want to have the conversation and you're serious about this, we can talk. If you're going to lowball me, get out, take a hike, right? And he said, no, I'm the guy. Okay, so I'm excited. I said, this guy is the guy. I look at his cards. He clearly has very expensive cards. So I said, okay. So we start negotiating. Okay. And I don't know. Should I tell you the numbers? Do you want to know the numbers?
Well, of course I do.
Okay. So we're negotiating. There's 5 cards involved. Okay. 5 cards, but the deal centers around my Roman Reigns superfractor. Okay.
Ooh.
My Roman Reigns superfractor is the centerpiece of this deal. And there's some other parts of these deals that he's trying to put in there, trying to get discounts on, things like that.
Okay.
So we're negotiating, and basically we're at the point where we're saying, okay, I want X amount of dollars. Okay. This is how I value all these cards. Boom, 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 boom. I want X amount of dollars. I will disclose the amount at the end. Okay. But I don't want to distract you guys. So here's the amount I want. And then he says, well, I'll give you this amount. Okay. And his amount was a few $1,000s less than what I was asking for. So I countered and I said, okay, this is what I want. We're $2,000 apart. Okay. On this deal. But in the relative amount of the total amount that's inside this deal, $2,000 is like 5% of it. I don't know. I just made that up. 10%, something like that. Right. Probably less than that. I don't know. I don't know how to do the math, but it's small. It's small. Okay. And we just got stuck on that $2,000 gap and we kept going back and forth, like texting each other, bum, 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 bum. We text each other and we'd be really responsive for a few minutes. And then that's it. We ghost each other for like a day, 2 days. And it got frustrating for me to the point where I'm like, I thought to myself, this guy's not serious, right? Because I get messages from people all the time that want to buy my cards. They talk to me, but they're never, 99% of the time, they're not serious, right?
Right.
Just people spinning my wheel, basically. So
right.
finally, after texting for a while, I say, hey, can we just talk? You know, like we'll spend like an hour texting back and forth. You know, we'll send like 20 text messages. Can we just like have a 10-minute conversation, get it done? So he agreed to that. So we talk on the phone, we exchange phone numbers, we start talking, and we just go back and forth. Very polite guy, okay? But I can tell very quickly, I can tell that this guy is savvy. He is a savvy negotiator, savvy business person, okay? And he wouldn't hesitate to tenderize me. He's been trying to tenderize me. He's been trying to tenderize me for like the better part of 3 weeks at this point, right?
And like bad tenderize you or what?
No, just like, you know, it's like, it's at that, he's at the position, I'm making an assumption here, okay? But he's at the position where I can take it or leave it. Here's what I'm going to offer you for the cards. I want the cards. They're great cards, but I can take it or leave it, you know? And then, you know, when you're in that position as a seller, you know, sometimes if you're desperate to move a card, you just get the deal done. You take the cash, you move on, right?
Right. To something else.
You get desperate because especially if there's no other buyers. And at this level,
right,
this level of the cards, what I was asking for the cards, there was no other buyers in that range, right?
Gotcha.
So he was tenderizing me on that part. And you know, it was difficult to deal with, to be honest. But the thing that he doesn't know is I invented tenderizing. Okay. So,
oh, you did.
And I
copyrighted tenderizing.
I am also a master negotiator. I am also very savvy. Okay.
You are?
I do this for a living. So I took the position of I could take it or leave it. You know what I mean? These are my cards. Mm-hmm. They're great cards to have. Whether I sell the cards and I get cash for them or I keep them, I don't lose either way because I not only have a very valuable card, which I can set the price on it, but I have a card that distinguishes me among all the other collectors out there. So I get tremendous marketing value from those cards. Okay. Everywhere I take these cards, people ask about it. Gets me a lot of attention. So I see value in that.
God, I want to know what these are, man.
And I am in the position, I am fortunate enough to be in the position where I don't need the money. You know, I'm not like over leveraged in the hobby where I don't,
right.
You know? So I took the position of, you know what? This is my price. Take it or leave it. I could take it or leave it. I'm happy keeping the cards. If you want to buy it at my price, sure. Okay. And I told him 3 things. Okay.
What's that?
I told him number 1 is I believe that these cards are valuable and this is a fair price for so-and-so reason. That's number 1. Okay. Number 2 is I told him that I am open to negotiating with him, working a deal. All right. But it has to be fair for you and it has to be fair for me because I have to feel good about it.
Gotcha.
And then number 3, I told him I have to feel good about it because me and you will be tied together when this deal is done. Just like I did the deal with DApps for the Kurosawa, and we've been tied to DApps. Mm-hmm. When you're trading cards at this high level of cards, one of one superfractors that basically set the tone, set the market. These cards can move markets, just like the Kurosawa. We sold the Kurosawa, it moved the Star Wars market. Okay, undeniably moved it. All right, that's the level that we're talking about right now. So if we do this, we're tied together, and we're heavily invested in these cards, and Star Wars cards and wrestling cards together. So we need to have a good relationship because I'm going to be working for you. I'm going to be out there promoting, bringing exposure to these type of cards. That's only going to benefit you. You know, you have to be a good caretaker. I have to make sure that you're not going to turn around, flip this card, send it to eBay and, you know, take a loss on it or something. I got to make sure that you have diamond hands, just like our friend Diamond Hands Kelly. Okay?
Big rings.
Big rings. I got to make sure you don't have paper hands and you're going to lose these cards and cause something to happen in the market. Right. So I told him that I have to feel good about it. Okay. That was my position of trying to negotiate with him on why I wouldn't take $2,000 less than what we were asking for. Okay. And whatever he was offering me, very fair for those cards, very fair. Okay. In 99% of the time, it would be take the deal, right? And what do I always preach to people? I always preach to people, sometimes the first offer is the best offer you get, right?
Okay.
It's never bad to take profit. All these things I preach, but I was going against that for this deal because of those 3 reasons. Okay. Mainly because I knew that these were special cards, but also I needed to prove a point. Okay. I needed to prove a point on one particular card that I have been ridiculed for the better part of like 6 months. Okay. For this one particular card, people think that I'm crazy to have this card. People think that my valuation is crazy to have this card. People make fun of me, leave comments all the time. And it ignited a fire in me, a fire of vengeance that made me want to find the right buyer to be the next caretaker of this card. Because if I let it go to anybody else, it will only serve to validate all those nasty comments that people said about me, about this card. Okay. And that card is the Roman Reigns Superfractor. Okay. Which I announced on Instagram that I moved it. Okay. Recently.
Is that the one where he's punching, doing the
yes. It is the 2021 Topps Finest Roman Reigns Superfractor. Him as the tribal chief, not part of the Shield. Him as the tribal chief, not the big dog, the tribal chief, doing the Superman punch, gold background, everything, shirt off, everything. Okay. It is, in my opinion, it's his most striking Topps card ever, because most Topps cards are like portrait cards, his Superfractors, portrait cards, things like that. But that's his action pose, very special card. Okay. I was with you in Vegas. I think it was the Mint Collective at Vegas when I bought that card.
That's where you bought it.
On eBay.
I didn't know it's been that while ago.
No, I bought it on eBay, and I paid up for it. It was the most expensive card I had paid up for at that time. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the card that is the centerpiece of this deal. All right. And there was a post that I made with these guys. They're called the Card Plugs. They're these guys from Canada, big social media following. Okay. They made a reel of me at Dallas. They came to my Dallas table. They said, "Hey, can you show us your most valuable cards?" And I showed them my Star Wars Luke Skywalker. I showed them my Walt Disney card, but I also showed them the Roman Reigns Superfractor. And in the video, I say, conservatively, I tell people, this is like a $20,000 card. Conservatively, $20,000. Okay. This is before The Rock sold for $130,000. All right. This is before that. So they post this reel, and it gets over 300,000 views. It went viral, okay, for their page. It's one of their most viewed reels on their page. 327,000 something last time I checked views, okay? 85 comments right off the bat in that view, okay? Out of 85 comments, probably 75 of those call me a clown. Each of those comments. They say, "Oh, wrestling cards, so stupid. Wrestling cards worthless. This guy's out of his mind. This guy's living in fantasy land. What is he talking about? He has, blah, 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 blah." Right? Just roasting me in the comments. Okay. And for months, and because they tag me in that, I get a notification every time somebody leaves a comment. So I'm getting notifications all the time of people leaving these comments, and I can't change it. I don't want to be disrespectful to them, so I don't like untag myself, and I can't edit the post or anything like that. So I'm just getting these comments, boom, 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 all the time, right? And I don't say anything. I don't say anything because I don't want to fight them. I don't want to fight these guys in the comments. I don't want to explain to them, "Hey, The Rock sold for 130. Wrestling cards are worth a lot of money. Superfractors are very special." I don't need to explain anything to these people. I just let it sit. Okay. I just let it sit. But I'm keeping mental notes of each of these comments. Okay. Because I knew one day I would get the opportunity to sell the Roman Reigns Superfractor for the price that I wanted to sell it for. And I could go back and I could comment on every one of those 75 plus comments on that video. Okay. And I even told this guy that I'm negotiating with that wants the card. I told him, I said, this is what happened, dude. So there is no way I would ever let the Roman go for less than this amount. Okay? There's no way I would let the Roman Reigns go for anything less than this amount. Okay.
Good man.
I will wait till what's that old guy's name that's on Jeff Wilson's show? He has all the cards. Marshall Fogel.
Yeah, he said yes.
I will wait till I'm Marshall Fogel's age before I sell this card, unless I get the right price. Okay, I will hold it forever until I find the right person, until I find a millionaire that has that is a huge Roman Reigns fan and just has money to spare, and he wants that card at all costs. That's what I told the guy. Okay? So we start negotiating, and he's like I said, he's very savvy, and he's like, he'll make an offer and then he'll ghost me for like a few days.
Okay.
Come back. We start the conversation again, ghost me, blah, blah, blah.
He has to really think about it.
Yeah, because it's a lot of money, right?
Yes.
And then it gets to the point where we start talking. I try to get this guy on the phone. I don't like the text. So I try to get this guy on the phone every single time. And he's really busy because I don't know exactly what he does, but he must be a super successful businessman because he's just always busy, and he just texts me real late at night or real early in the morning, but he's just always unavailable. So then I start to think to myself, okay, this guy's not real. This guy's like not serious. But then I ask him, I say, hey, have you ever done a deal with anybody else? And he's like, yeah, I did a deal with Roth Cards. So I said, oh wow. Josh. I know Josh. I know Roth Cards. Okay. So I go to Roth and I say, hey, who's this guy? Is he legit? Who's this guy? And then Roth confirms, yes, I did a deal with this guy. I know him. He's a real person. He's legit. He buys high-end cards. Okay. So that verifies things. Then he tells me that he did a deal with Prism God. Okay. I know Prism God, Raphael. Mm-hmm. So I DM Prism God and I say, hey, who is this guy? Is he legit? Have you done deals with him? He confirms that this guy's the real deal. Okay. So now that I have double confirmation that he's legit, I re-engage him and I say to him, we start talking again, and it gets to the point where we're kind of like, we kind of say, you know what? This is my deal. This is my price. Take it or leave it. He says that to me. I say that to him. Take it or leave it. And to be fair, I was probably being stubborn because of how traumatic that Roman Reigns reel was, where I got ridiculed by all these Canadian people or whatever. I'm assuming they're Canadians because these guys are based in Canada. But I got ridiculed by all of them, right? Because they don't understand the wrestling market the way that I do. So I was stubborn about it. And I said, okay, fine. You know what? This is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. Okay. And then he says, let's just talk on the phone. Okay. Let's just talk on the phone. So we start talking on the phone, and I felt at this point that we were just kind of going in circles with the deal, right? We were moving cards in and out. We were coming up with different prices, but we were always about $2,000 off. All right. So I felt like we were going in circles. And then finally I said, look, man, I appreciate all your interest in this, but no disrespect. I think we should just come to an agreement today. Either we settle on the deal. This is my price, no negotiations, or let's just end the conversation out of respect for both of our times. And maybe we'll see each other at the National. Maybe we'll pick it up at the National.
Okay.
And, I said it that way, and I thought that was a polite way to say it. But he got offended. He said, you know what? This is a lot of money, okay? And I need time to understand this. You're asking for a crazy amount of money on this. I need time to understand this. And you said you don't, I just don't appreciate that tone. I thought we were going to get to a deal, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God, that scared you, I bet.
I mean, I'm not used to I'm not a stranger to confrontation when negotiating, but I'm never the type of person that wants to offend anybody.
But you're kind of worried though. You're trying to reel in the fish, and the line got too tight, and the fish broke the line.
I was trying to be like, it's time to make it. It's time to to make a decision or get off the pot.
Shit or get off the pot is what you're trying to say.
And I must have said it in a way that offended him. I thought I said
obviously.
And so I apologized. I said, look, sorry, I didn't mean it that way. Sorry, do you want to talk about it still? And he's like, no, I don't. I think we're done. I think we're done.
Oh no.
Okay? So I said, okay, you know what? Fine. It is what it is. Okay.
Okay.
So we hung up, and that was it. That was the end of the conversation.
And you felt like crap.
I felt a little bit hot, to be honest, because we had been at this point.
Hot isn't angry.
Yeah,
or upset.
At this point, we were negotiating for over a month, basically about
a
month back and forth. Must have had like 4 or 5 different phone calls, half hour each, texting, 100 text messages. It was a lot. And that's why I guess
and you're probably like, this was a waste of my time.
Yes, because when I told him that on the phone, I felt like we were just kind of going in circles at this point. And I was just trying to let the dude know, like, look, I'm not going to come off my price anymore. This is my price. It's very fair. According to these sales, it's fair. What are we going to do? What are we going to do here, right? Like, why are we wasting our time? So that's how I felt. So when he kind of came at me and said he needed more time and stuff like that, I was like, all right, whatever. He's not serious. Okay.
Right. I would think the same thing.
Hang up the phone. And then what do you know? About 20 minutes later, I get a text message from him. Okay.
Text.
And up until this point, I was only trying to negotiate with him on the phone. That was my stipulation because I didn't want to spend my whole day texting him.
Yeah, you just want to keep because that takes even longer, right? You just want to even cut to the chase and talk.
Yeah. We would write like 25 text messages in one day over the course of like 8 hours.
And you're like, oh, my thumbs are exhausted.
Yeah. So I would only negotiate with him on the phone. Okay. And then that's when things kind of got cut off. But then 20 minutes later, he texted me. He said, no more phone calls. Let's just give me your best price. Give me your best price so that I don't feel like I wasted my time. So I said, okay. And then it hit me.
Okay.
It hit me. First of all, I felt like, I knew he'd be back. He'd be back.
Really? You thought this?
I think that I had to be firm and I had to put him in a position where he needs to make a decision now or he can't lead me on anymore. It's either you're going to buy the cards or don't buy the cards, but don't lead me on anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were building up to maybe
toying with me or dragging me or whatever you're doing. Just quit it.
Yeah, we were building up to meet at the National and do the deal. But it kind of boiled over to the point where it's like we were both getting frustrated with the lack of progress in everything, right? All right. So I had to give him the ultimatum. Let's do the deal today. This was Sunday. Let's do the deal today.
This Sunday, just a few days ago.
Yeah, or we don't do it at all. And he messaged me back. So I knew that he understood my sense of urgency at that point. Okay. Right. I wasn't trying to pressure him into accepting my offer, but I wanted to let him know that he needs to understand the sense of urgency for me. So that he makes a move and I don't shop the cards around anywhere else.
Right. And you don't feel like you were being too jerky. You weren't worried about that.
At that point, no, because we had been negotiating for over a month.
Okay.
And this is a lesson in negotiation for you guys.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to ask you.
When you're negotiating a deal, whether it's in person or online or something like that, you take it as far as you need to, where both sides have all the information that they need to make their decision on whether it's a fair price, whether the cards are what they want the cards to be, whether represented to be what they are, all that stuff. You take it as far as until both sides have all the information that they need to make a decision. And then after that, if they're hesitant in any way, you gotta basically put them in a position where they make a decision. Okay. Yes or no. Because a lot of people in the hobby are very hesitant when they're talking about spending money on cards, especially if it's a big deal. The more money it is, the more hesitant people will be, right? And I talked about this last time in terms of like how it takes a long time for deals to form. The more money is involved, the longer the deal takes. So I had to put him in a position where I felt like we took it as far enough as we could, where both sides has all the information they need. Now it's just time to make a decision because nothing else is going to change, right? The market price is not going to go up or lower. It is what it is, right? And so I put him in that position, and I knew that he would make a decision one way or another. And I thought he was going to say, okay, let's get the deal done. Instead, he said, fine, I don't want to talk to you anymore. So he made a decision, but it's not the one that I thought he was going to make. But then 20 minutes later, he texts me and he says, no more phone calls. I don't want to talk to you on the phone. I don't know why.
Ooh.
Maybe I talk too much, I guess. I don't know.
You think?
I don't want to talk to you on the phone anymore. Text message only. Give me your best price. Give me your best price. So he's putting me on the spot now. Okay.
Gee, yeah, I know, right?
So this is the point that I realized that this dude is not a phone guy. I'm a phone guy. I'll talk on the phone all day long.
Yes, you will.
That's how I love to talk. That's how I love to communicate in person on the phone. This dude is a text message guy. Okay. Introvert, whatever you want to call it. He does a lot of business through text messages. That's what I learned at that point. So then I start engaging with him through the text again. And I say, okay, this is my best price. All right. For the cards that he wanted. There was like six or seven different cards that he wanted in different combinations, but they all centered around the Roman Reigns Super Factor.
And how did he know about all 6 or 7 cards?
Because he was asking, because he was looking at my Instagram.
Okay, and these are cards you have posted on Instagram.
Yes, and then I showed him my inventory, and then he was just like,
I gotcha.
Picking and choosing different things, whatever. But it all centered around the Roman Reigns deal. Okay, and the price
that was his primo card he wanted.
Yes, and the price that we put on the Roman Reigns card. So I said, okay, you want these cards? This is the price. Take it or leave it.
Okay.
And within seconds, it seemed like 30 seconds after I sent the text message, he sent me a little emoji with a little handshake deal. Little emoji handshake deal.
How'd you know it was a handshake? Because it looks like a handshake.
It's a handshake.
Okay.
Like we.
I thought he might be like praying, like, "Oh, no, please, Dan, give me a better deal than that."
This is the pray.
Oh, those.
There's a handshake one. Like
okay. That. Well, I thought maybe like he's even more desperate. Like,
yes. So he agreed to my price, and then I realized, yes, and I was like, this guy agrees to like these $1,000 deals with a little emoji. Like, who am I dealing with here, right? like. It took me a while to understand who I was dealing with. That's the point.
You said an introvert, and I thought you were an introvert too. So I thought maybe you would like doing text better than talking as well.
No, I like being on the phone, but
okay.
It took me a while to understand who this guy is and how he communicates. And that's another lesson that
emoji. A grown man doing an emoji.
Yeah. When you're dealing with people, when you're doing any type of transaction, any type of business deal, anything that requires negotiations, you have to understand who you're dealing with, how they communicate, how they receive communication,
Right.
Some people, they need to be you need to hold their hand, and they need, you need to be real gentle with people. Some people, you need to be very assertive and take control and, guide the conversation.
Right.
Some people you need to talk on the phone. Some people only do text message. Some people only do emails, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a great lesson for me in terms of learning how to understand people, understand their interest when you're negotiating, what is their goal, and how to communicate with them effectively, where you tell them that, hey, this is how we can meet your goal. Okay. And this is how we can meet my goal. And that's what I learned from that guy. Okay. And we did the deal. We did the transfer, the wire transfer, all that stuff. I'm going to let him post all the cards that he got from me. Okay.
Okay.
But the centerpiece of the collection of the deal was the Roman Reigns card. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm hesitant to tell you guys the price on this because I don't want it to like.
This is just for the Roman Reigns, or is it for all the other stuff he got? Did he get the other 6 or 7 cards?
It was a 4-card deal.
It's a 4-card deal. Okay.
Yeah,
and are you going to tell us the other 3 cards?
I'm not going to
wait for him.
I'm going to let him do it. Okay. Because this is where I want to get your opinion about it. Okay. I'm going to let him do it, but I want to talk about the Roman Reigns because the Roman Reigns is the most important part. That's what everybody's asking me about. Okay.
Okay. Did he get your black pink cards?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So let me take a drink before I tell you this. Okay.
All right. Now, is that drink loaded?
It is gin and juice.
Okay.
Okay. The Roman Reigns, which everybody in that reel laughed at me on when I said it was $15,000 to $20,000. Okay, they laughed at me. Remember?
Okay.
I sold it for the agreed value. Okay, cash already received, confirmed. $25,000.
What?
For the Roman Reigns Superfractor. $25,000.
Glad I'm sitting down for this. Jesus Christ. Yes. Okay.
It's a lot of money.
Language.
Fuck. It's a lot of money. Me. Okay. And I think that once the news gets out, I think that it's going to have an impact on the wrestling market for sure. I don't want people to freak out about it. I call this the Kurosawa type deal.
Now, is he kind of person who does post things like this?
He has an Instagram.
Okay.
But I'm not going to call him out on it until he identifies himself.
Okay.
He does post cards, and he has agreed to do jump on the podcast at some point.
Oh, wow.
So people
wow. So we're gonna extrovert the introvert here.
We're gonna bring him on because it's important. Part of the deal, the stipulation of the deal was, we have to publicize it because I know people are gonna say it's fake. They're gonna say blah blah blah, pump and dumping and all this stuff, right? So I need to let people know that this is a real person. He has the card. It's a real transaction, even though it's not on a public auction. It's a real transaction. Okay, because I want people to understand this because I want to move the wrestling market forward. I want people to see this guy was originally.
I bought it all up, dude. That's why I'm buying it all up.
This guy was originally a sports card guy, right?
Right.
But he, just like us, he loves wrestling. He loves Star Wars. He loves all sorts.
He does. Oh, awesome.
And now he's transitioning. He went from seeing value in sports cards to now he sees value in all types of cards.
So you're saying the other cards are also pop culture related cards?
Yes. Yeah. They're Star Wars refractors.
Okay.
So, but he was buying like Tom Brady cards. He was buying like Michael Jordan cards.
Right.
And everybody, there's no question people see value in stuff like that, right? But what have we been fighting for over the last year? We've been fighting to show people that other types of cards have value. Marvel cards, Star Wars cards, wrestling, Disney, all cards have value to certain people, but it just depends, right? Like all the people that made fun of me, they said that the Roman Reigns is worthless. In their eyes, it is worthless, right? In their eyes. But in my eyes and this guy's eyes and many other people's eyes, these cards have value. And that's what I want to kind of like promote, that all cards have value. It doesn't matter if it's wrestling or anything, right?
Well, you got to understand also, a lot of people who are not even in the card hobby think the cards are worthless. Like when you even tell them it's $100, they freak out. Yeah. Then you tell them, well, other cards go for $100,000 million, and they're like, the card's not even worth $1. Right? They think, like they don't understand the logic of it.
It's all about perspective, right? Mm-hmm. To most people, for some people, things will be trash. Some people, things will be priceless. And that's what I want people to understand is when you're collecting cards, if you can find the card that is rare, that nobody else has, if you can find a card that has subject matter on it, wrestling, Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, sports, whatever the subject matter is, if that subject matter is relevant and it has demand for it, a fan base of collectors that want that subject matter, then it has value, okay? And in this case, we have a Roman Reigns, tribal chief, 1,000-day champion, considered the modern day GOAT of all wrestling, very relevant. We have the Superfractor, 1 of 1, gold, great picture, great action pose, okay? There's going to be demand for it. And to some people, it might be worth $5,000. Some people might be worth $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. In this case, this guy, $25,000. But what's important is you have to recognize the value. Me as the person that bought it, I recognize the value and I kept it at a value that I was willing to let it go at. And that's why I was able to get so much money for it. Other people probably wouldn't be able to do that because, unless you have the discipline to hold a card for a certain period of time, even when you get offers, and to turn down those offers because you realize the value in those cards. Some people don't have that discipline, and that's why they get in trouble. But I use this as like a proof of concept so that I could show people that wrestling cards are worth money. Wrestling cards are cool. There are people out there that will spend a lot of money on cards. And I just hope that it brings a lot of exposure like we did with Star Wars. I hope it propels wrestling cards to be really desirable and people to jump in, and we grow the community. We grow the value of the cards. The competition for these cards will be more tough, unfortunately, for some people, but it's better when the community grows. You know what I mean? It's better when the card values go up because the community grows rather than things kind of staying stagnant. And that's the best way to go about it. So that's what I hope the result is. I know people are going to attack me for it and whatever, but hey, this is what it is. I did it. And now the best part of this whole thing, this is really the whole reason I did it, guys. The whole reason I gave up the Roman Reigns Superfractor.
To be acknowledged.
To be acknowledged. Acknowledge me, okay?
Oh, God. I'm going to say that Chicago.
I'm going to go back to that reel on the card plugs, and I'm going to respond to every single one of those 75 comments of everybody that called me crazy, that made fun of me. I'm going to respond, and it's going to be sweet, sweet, sweet revenge against them.
Okay, so tell me the truth. At WrestleMania this year, you were rooting for Roman Reigns over Cody then. You had to be.
Of course.
Because of that card.
Relevant, okay?
I was rooting for Cody while Dan was rooting for Roman because of that damn card.
Okay. Even though he won, it still didn't get me the price I wanted. I had to wait. Literally, I had to wait till he hit the 1,000-day mark on Friday.
That's right.
Last Friday, 1,000-day champion, goes into the storyline with the Usos about what's happening there.
Getting thick. The story's getting thick, man.
Because at WrestleMania, because the Rock, the whole thing was The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And that never materialized. So I couldn't get the price that I wanted. So I had to wait till the 1,000-day mark as the champion. I had to wait for this new storyline, which sounds amazing with him versus the Usos, to prove that he's still going to be relevant, right? He's still going to be relevant for a period of time. And I think that's what pushed everything over for me to get the price that I wanted. So I'm super happy about that. $25,000. Expect to see a lot of posts of me making fun of people. This is where I really get to go all meme on these guys. So expect some really entertaining posts on that stuff. But that is the huge deal. This is the biggest deal of my life. The biggest single card sale of my life. Bigger than the Kurosawa. It took a lot of work, though. I learned some good lessons in the hobby about how to negotiate with people, how to deal with people, how to value cards and all this stuff. So, I just want to share that with you guys, and I'm going to make content around it because I need to give enough exposure where people realize that this really happened, because you're going to have the naysayers and this and that. But so we're going to do a podcast with this guy. And then if he can make it to the national, we'll meet up at the national. I already sent off the Roman Reigns. I already sent it off to him. So I will be
and the other cards.
Yeah. Three other Star Wars Supers.
How did you ship that out to him? I want to know because that seems kind of scary.
FedEx overnight shipping.
Okay.
Plus I have collector's insurance, which I haven't talked about in a while, but I have collector's insurance, which covers shipping for items like that. Okay. And it's the deal was actually more than $25,000. I don't want to disclose the entire amount. I'm going to let him do that. Okay. But part of the deal was I was able to he needed to allow me to talk about the Roman Reigns. And if he wants to talk about the other stuff, he can talk about it. That's fine. But the Roman Reigns was the centerpiece of that deal, and I got it done. Biggest deal of my life. Now I got a fistful of cash, which I've already spent the money. Okay. Before I show you the stuff that I bought, any comments, any questions?
No. I've been leaving a lot of questions and comments, but you've kind of told me everything so far. I mean, if the viewers have any questions or comments, then leave them and we'll follow up with them. Okay.
And you know what's funny? A bunch of the wrestling guys reached out to me when they saw the announcement because I made an announcement that I sold it, but I didn't tell how much I sold it for. But
right.
People have been reaching out to me all day in the DMs asking
today.
About it. Yeah.
Okay.
Drake, Mark the Collector, Lonnie Skywalker, all these guys, right? Gelman, you know. So the wrestling guys know, all right? So I'll let the wrestling guys talk. I'll let that circulate through their communities. And then they'll be able to reprice their cards accordingly. Believe me, Drake has the 2014 Superfractor Auto. So automatically
of who? Of Roman?
Roman Reigns.
Oh, really?
So automatically,
I tell him one from that year. I didn't know that.
I tell him 25 on mine. He goes, okay, mine's worth 50,000 now. Okay, he wants 50,000 for that card. What's his name? Charles Stacking Gemz messaged me. He's got the Rock 1 of 1. I tell him 25.
Of course he does.
He's gonna want 100 for his, things like that, right?
He's gonna want 500,000 for it, knowing Charles.
So you're gonna see a lot of guys adjust their prices, and they can ask whatever. It's their card. They can ask whatever they want. But here's the thing I'll say about this: just because you have a card that, my card sells for 25, and you have a card that you think is better, and you think you're gonna get 50 for it,
right? It's
not that easy. It is not. It is not easy to
sell. It's not like
you
can just post it or show up to a show and sell it.
Yes. There is a real art in selling high-end cards. Like, you got to find the right buyer. You know what I mean? Because I had that Roman Reigns on display at every card show for the last year.
You have.
And the biggest offer I got on it was like $12,000. That's the biggest offer I got. It's hard.
Yeah, you even brought it to WrestleMania, to WrestleCon.
Yes. Yeah, it is hard to move big high-end cards. You really got to find the right person. The person that has the funds to buy it at the price that you're willing to give it up for, and he has to be motivated enough to spend that type of money on that card, because this card costs $25,000. For $25,000, what could you get for that? You could get a lot.
Yes.
You could get a lot of stuff. You could get Mahomes 1 of 1. You could get an Ohtani 1 of 1. You could get, whatever. You can get a lot of stuff for $25,000. So you got to find the right guy that not only has the money, but has the motivation to want that card enough to allocate that money towards that. And it took me a while to find that guy, but I finally did. And I found him because of the display, the showroom. All right. So I thought that was just a super cool story. And he didn't tell me this until after the deal done. After we got the deal done, he's like, you know what? You know how I found you?
How?
Because I saw one of your reels about the showroom that you built, and I thought it was super cool. So I started following you. And
your showroom man cave.
Yes. So the $3,000 investment that I made in this showroom here already paid off big time by connecting me with that guy. And I'm super happy about it. So I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I'm just super happy about it. I hope that the backlash isn't too bad on it, and I hope that
they're going to be haters, man. They're going to be haters.
Yes, and here's what I'll say
for the course.
Here's what I'll say about that. I know that there are going to be people that are going to be upset if the prices go up. I don't know. I can't help it if the prices go up or down, right?
Right.
But if the prices of wrestling cards suddenly go up and people are upset with me for that, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay. Right now, people can buy any card they want at the current. The prices haven't shot up. People can buy whatever cards it's available, right? But what I hope is, and I don't really care about those people, to be honest. What I care about are the people that support me who have wrestling cards right now. And I hope that if I can push the value of their cards higher through this sale, I hope that they cash out. If they can get an extra 10, 20, 30% on their cards because there's more demand in it and people are coming in and putting money into the wrestling card market, and they can make money on that, I want that. I want these people to make money, and I want them to take that money and buy more wrestling cards and just start, jumpstart that cycle. The same thing that happened with Star Wars, I want that to happen with wrestling. So anybody out there that has collections, that has great cards, if you get an opportunity to get more than you've ever received for these cards, take it. Enjoy it.
Now, you think you'll buy more wrestling 1-on-1s like Rock and Roman and others?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. That is what I do. That is what I do. And now that you talked about that, can we segue into my newest purchase? Okay.
Oh, dear. What is it? I can't wait. Look at this smile on his face.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
Auto.
And I see on the left what it says. 1 of 1.
The Rhea Ripley
WWE logo.
1 of 1. WWE logo man. I don't know what they're calling it. I call it the logo man. But
I think it's a platinum because of the color of the metallic color.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I think it's a platinum.
Superstar Warren used patch there. 1 of 1 on card
herself
of the Eradicator. My girl, Rhea Ripley. I missed out on her rookie Superfractor. My new friend Matt that I met in Dallas has that, and he rubbed it in my face.
Oh yeah.
So I saw this come up. I bought this on Sunday. So after I did the deal,
this Sunday,
I saw this come up. I made a deal and I bought this, and this is cheap.
And you've already got it in your hands already.
And I got it in my hands.
That's just like 2 days later. How'd you get so fast?
Yes. I waste no time. Logo Mama. That's what Denny Card. Oh, Denny Card's in here. Logo Mama. So I got this, and I will enjoy this for a period of time before I'm ready to move the button.
Oh,
I love it.
Goodness.
And that's what I learned is the best way to survive in this hobby is you got to buy rare, relevant stuff that nobody else has.
It is platinum. It's platinum.
That nobody else has. So very cool stuff.
Nice.
So I got some other stuff to show you, but anything else before we wrap this up?
And that's why you always try to reiterate too when you go on these auctions and other platforms to look for rare, unique items.
Rare, guys. You got I'm going to go on a rant. Okay, this is a tangent that I'm going to go on.
Okay.
Here, hold on. I got to plug in my my computer real quick. Give me a second.
Mark, that is a platinum, isn't it? Are we correct? Me and Ed correct? Because it has that look on the metallic area part of the card.
Okay. All right. We're okay. Let me go on a rant real quick here.
Okay.
Slab Stock. You know that company, Slab Stock?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
They post like comparable sales. They posted this sale of Miles Morales PMG over the weekend. They say it's down 80% from last year. And,
wow. And with the movie coming out, the movie is out now. Yeah. We're going to go see it next week.
And, I hate it when they make posts like that because in the comment section, people tag me. They say, oh, look at the great curator. Ha, ha, ha. You lost money on Marvel cards, blah, 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 blah. They always highlight that stuff. Okay. Even though that all card markets are down from last year, right? They love to.
They want to make you feel like a loser.
Yeah. They say, oh, Marvel cards are worthless, blah, blah, blah. PMG suck, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff, right? They're still talking about it.
Do they still suck?
No, PMGs are awesome. Okay. All card prices are down from last year, but they want to highlight these things to
like you've ruined everybody's
antagonize
collecting and investing.
They want to provoke conversation, and these conversations usually lead back to me where people blame me for all this stupid shit. Okay. But here's what I learned about cards. Okay. You got to buy rarity. You got to buy things that nobody else has. Then you're not really subject to the most recent sale.
Right.
You're not at the mercy of an eBay comp. If you buy rare stuff that nobody else has, that people find interesting, you control the market on that item. Okay. And I just proved that with the Roman Reigns Superfractor. Okay. There are other Roman Superfractors. I don't know what they sell for. Okay. Nowhere near what I sold mine for. But I had the only one of that card. I saw how special it was. I set the price no matter what. And I finally found the right person to buy it for me at that price. And that just proves my concept that you got to buy rarity. Okay. Which is why I went out immediately and I bought the Rhea Ripley patch auto logo man, whatever you want to call this, platinum card.
On card auto, right.
Yeah. They should give these things a name. You know what I mean? Logo man or something like that. But that's why I buy stuff like this. Here's some other stuff that I bought. I think that was really cool. Okay. Check this out.
Who's that? I can't even see it properly.
This is a Type 1 photo.
Yeah, it definitely is Type 1 photo. But I don't know who it is.
This is Jackie Robinson.
Oh, it's Jackie Robinson. Oh, wow.
This is Branch Rickey, owner of the Dodgers.
The Dodgers owner from back then. Signing a contract, obviously, or something.
Signing his baseball contract. Okay.
For the first time with the Dodgers?
No, this is 1950. So this would be his second contract where he's
renewed contract.
Yeah, his renewed contract after he won the MVP or whatever it is.
Wow.
So very special item. It's the only one. It's very cool. I think that I got a steal on this, and I think I'll be able to make a nice profit when I let it go. In the meantime, I get to enjoy it. I get to show it off. It's a great conversation starter. It gets me a lot of marketing value. And that's kind of that's my strategy now. That's how.
How would you find that?
Where did I find this? eBay, I think.
Oh, you bought on those on eBay. Okay.
Yeah. I'm always.
And what do you do? Type in type 1 photos? What's the keywords?
It's hard for me to give up my secrets. I have a lot of saved.
Oh, come on. I want to know the secret, Dan.
I have a lot of saved searches. Okay. But I'll tell you this. I scour all auction sites. We talked about this before. I go to all auction sites and I just look for weird, unique items. And usually these weird, unique items, they group into one category: miscellaneous, other, memorabilia, other, or something like that. I look for the unique items like this, and I curate that. And this is what I'm going to be bringing to the National. I've got 7 cases at the National to fill up, and I'm bringing things like this: type 1 photos, rare comic books, rare cards, superfractor, one-of-ones, high, low pop, vintage items. That's the strategy, guys. Okay. So this is the little tidbit of nugget that I'm going to give you. You want to make money in the hobby. You want to be able to pay for the hobby for yourself or whatever. You want to make good investments. You want to look at this as an investment. You got to buy rare items. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. Cause you got to figure out what's going to make, when there is going to be over 2,000 tables at the National, what makes people stop at your table versus other tables?
Yes.
And going, whoa, what do we have here? Well, now this is different, right?
If you buy a silver prism or a colored prism, numbered colored prism, PSA 10, PSA 9, whatever, chances are somebody's going to have that and you're going to have to compete with them. Or somebody on eBay is going to have it and you're going to have to compete with that last sale or whatever it is. When you buy rare one-of-one items, even if you buy it on eBay and they can check it out, you're the only one that has it. Okay. Right. Nobody else has it. And it's your price or that's it. Right. And you have control over that investment of yours. So that's my best advice I can give people. I just tell them, just buy rare stuff. Okay. If you want to buy the common stuff for fun, entertainment value, you can definitely do that. But if you want to buy things because you want to have it as an investment, you want to hold it, resell it someday and make a profit, you got to buy rare stuff that nobody has. And then you set the price on it. Okay. So that's the other thing I want to show you. Another thing I want to show you here. This is just for fun. Okay.
Okay. I love fun.
And then we'll get into comments, guys. And then we'll get your comments. Okay. So 2 things. These are actually music related. I
love music.
You're influencing me now, Merlin. You are starting to influence me now where I am starting to buy music stuff. I'm starting to see the value in music items. Okay. And, I don't want to, well, this is for another conversation to have, but part of my formula for buying rare items, it's not just rare. There's a lot of things that are rare, like the only thing out there, but not everything is, there's a lot of things that can be rare, but not everything can have value on it also. So the other thing that I look for when I'm making my, investments in these things is relevancy. How relevant is the subject matter of that item? You know what I mean? Rhea Ripley, arguably the hottest female wrestler out there right now, the women's champion, very relevant, right?
Definitely.
So, you see my black pink Oreo cards, right?
Yes, those are awesome.
Ones I slab. Let me grab one real quick here. So I'm the only person that's ever graded these cards. These are black pink. They did a promotion with Oreo cookies. And it's a 10-card set that you could only get in Asia. Okay, these cards, black pink, Oreo, license, everything, right?
Ooh, I'd like to lick the middle. So
I bought these cards, a 10-card set loose, and I graded them all. What I found out, though, is that they actually, some of them, I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is not something that's made up, but like in Korea, okay, Denny's cards, if you're in here, in Korea, they come in this little tiny packet.
What?
Like this, like a little envelope with a wax Oreo stamp in here, and the complete 10 card set is in here.
And the cookies are in there too?
No, that's separate.
No, but the cookies, they're in the cookies.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure where they got this, but this is only specific to Korea. Man. That they have this here. You know, they got some writing on the back. I can't read this or anything, so I assume it's official. But it's got the nice little Oreo pink stamp here. It's really cool display piece. So I picked this up. I don't know what I was gonna open it, but I think it looks cool just like this. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. So that's one thing that I'm getting into for music.
So you have some unopened ones.
The other thing.
And what are you gonna do with them? The unopened ones. You gonna bring them to the National or what?
I don't know yet. I gotta figure it out. But what I know is it's cool, it's rare, it's relevant. So I got it.
Is that stamp flavored? Can you lick it?
Let me see if it smells.
Ooh,
it smells kind of good.
Which one does it smell like? Lisa, Jenny?
Oh, don't get me started in that. Okay, and the last item I'll show you this is this
rosé.
Okay.
Ooh, what's that? VIP in a sleeve. What? Get out of here. Get out of. Wait a minute, you're going?
No.
Okay.
This is a souvenir ticket. It's not an actual ticket. Okay? But it is a souvenir ticket from Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, which right now people are talking is the most profitable tour in the world. It's set to make $1 billion, and it's people are going crazy over Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. This is the souvenir ticket. You have to buy VIP tickets to get this.
Oh, yeah. I was listening to Howard Stern today, and a lot of his staff and crew were talking about taking their kids, or they're just going to Taylor, and they're talking about the craziness that that the merch takes 3 hours to get in there, and time you're there, it sells out. And then Howard did a contest with Robin where you had to guess if the sound bite was from the Taylor Swift concert or from a natural disaster. The people are prepping for the concert.
So I got this. Okay.
Okay. Where'd you get that? On eBay too?
Yeah, you can get them on eBay.
Okay.
Okay.
And what are you gonna try to get that encapsulated by PSA?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. I see where you're going with this.
Yes. Just like they do with movie tickets and concert tickets. I'm gonna see. I have to petition them to do it, but I'm gonna ask them to do it, and I think it'd be really cool collectible. So those are the plays that I'm making right now. Very interesting week, but I very excited to do that big deal with them. Biggest deal of my life. I'm actually working on a bigger deal right now. I cannot talk about it at all, but if that goes through, then I'll have something else to talk about in the coming weeks. But
gotcha.
Anyways. Okay, let's get to the comments here. We got a lot of people. We got 47 people in the chat tonight. Let me just take this opportunity to say, guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to Merle World Cards channel. He needs a subscriber, so please help him out. And then tune in tomorrow night for our golden hour live episode as we watch the extended auctions. I will be bidding on some stuff because I got some money now. So I'm going to be bidding on some stuff. And then we will tell you guys about the auctions to watch for in Thursday's weekly pop culture auctions. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Did you want to show anything off?
Yeah, I'll have a couple things here. Well, I'm going to show about 4 things today. I got this. This is a Cody Rhodes Chrome rookie auto. I mean, not a rookie auto. It's just a rookie card, but it is a pop one, folks. There it is. Look at that one. Beautiful PSA 10. I don't know if you all know, but it's super hard to get a PSA 10 on those chromes. And then speaking of Taylor Swift that Dan had, look at this, Dan. 2012 Hero Decks Country Music 8 of Spades Taylor Swift PSA 10.
You know,
and on the back, look at that. It's got all the different like country singers on there.
I don't know if I ever said this, and I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I'm a Swiftie. I love Taylor Swift. I love her music. I'm a big fan of her. I'm not a big music.
Are you going to go then at SoFi when she comes here? I think she's doing like 4 shows.
I mean, I'm not the type of person to go, to concerts.
Okay.
If I can get tickets easily, I'll go. But I'm not going to be waiting in line or anything like that for that.
Well, you're gonna
I love Taylor Swift. Anything Taylor Swift is awesome. And what I'm learning is Taylor Swift collectibles, autos, cards, tickets, things like that. That stuff is valuable.
I've had a couple autos. I know you had that like rookie auto.
I sold that rookie Taylor Swift auto rookie card, song card, or whatever you want to call it. I sold that for $52.50. $5,000. People thought I was crazy. That's another thing. I had that up on Instagram. And people said, "Oh, crazy that you're asking for whatever you amount." But I sold it, guys. So it proves my point that rare, relevant, one-off items, you can, if you just find the right person, you can get the price that you want.
And then I've been looking for Logan Paul cards, but there's none yet, and I'm waiting for Panini WWE to come up for some Logan Pauls. I know you are probably as well. Those will be a hot commodity when they come out. But I did find his brother Jake Paul, which Leaf made. It's a PSA 10 as well, 2022 Leaf Pop Century. So that's his first card. Also got, I'm dying for the auto for this card, and I'm totally missed the boat last year, but I'm getting some neat cards I get of him as well. But he, Post Malone, this is a mini black PSA 10 from 2019 Topps Allen Ginter, which I think is their baseball series, which they do add other celebrities and other sports in there as well. Then I've been telling you, I've been looking for U2 cards. I want to go to see U2 at the new MSG Sphere this fall when they open it up in Vegas this year. And U2 will be opening it up, but I heard it's going to be incredible. It's going to be a lot of visuals. It looks great. If you have not seen it, look on YouTube, U2 Sphere. It's incredible. But U2 cards are getting really hot right now. I don't know if it's because of that. People trying to buy the tickets. I've been trying to buy resale of those tickets, and they're going for over $1,000. So I'm hoping when it gets closer, maybe they'll come down. If not, I'm a loser off the wait. Anyway, I got this is an 85 Rockstar U2 PSA 9 of Bono and the Crew. And then also from that same year, Wonder Bread made cards, and I looked for one Bon Jovi. This is a PSA. But that's pretty much look at Bon Jovi's hair then. But Bon Jovi. So I'll be taking these to the National with me if I still have them. But I need to stock up on my music cards. So I'm trying to find, either Hall of Famers or, more topical music, just like Dan's doing with the Blackpink and Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And I'm a Blackpink fan too. So Blackpink, Taylor Swift, even though I'm not a music person, I'm a fan of those groups.
Well, I watched the whole thing on their Coachella show on YouTube. And that was great.
I like collecting that stuff. Even though I'm not a music card collector, I like collecting that stuff because the subject matter is really interesting to me.
No, when you saw we've talked about it earlier. A lot of the guys that are influencers or on content creators and show up at all these shows, they were just selling sports cards, and then they saw Dan and I, and now all those guys carry a lot of pop culture stuff now.
Copycats.
As much as they do with sports.
Copycats. I'm telling you, we're trendsetters. Okay? I call it the curator effect. Maybe we should come up with a between two slabs effect or something like that. But I call it the curator effect. Even Prism God.
Yes, I know. That's what I said. He's all those guys always want to know what's in our hands when we're walking around the show. And they want to see what we have because they want to see what the next big thing is.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, let's get to the comments here.
Oh, let's do it. Carlos, good evening. What's up, Carlos? Rise and shine, buddy. Mark the Collector's up, guys. Rise and shine, Mark. Woo! Carlos, yes, congratulations. I guess that's to Pokey Hello Sports or you. I
think he's talking about to our golden renewal.
Probably. Oh, that too as well. Okay. Mark the Collector. That live golden episode last week was fun. Hear that, Dan?
See, they like it. They like the long.
Good. Film. And here is last week's winner of the $100. Pokey Hello Sports. Good evening, everyone. So I saw that on a new YouTube channel, Wrestling with Cards video, where he rated the top wrestling cards out there. Did you guys send any votes in? I haven't even seen it yet. Have you seen the video of Zan's video?
No, I haven't. But I'm friends with Zan.
Yeah, me too.
I talked to him about the sale, so we'll look into that.
I'll watch it tonight, actually.
Yeah,
go down the rabbit hole. Emmanuel, you between Two Slabs after hours? I'm sure one day. Well, we'll do after hours when we go to Dallas.
Yeah.
We stay up till 2 a.m. doing the live.
We get crazy in Dallas, guys. We talk about like all sorts of topics in Dallas.
Yeah, as you do.
Because we're on there
drinking, and all kinds of crazy stuff. Carlos, Harry Potter Quad Auto. Yeah, what's that at now, Dan? Do you even know?
4,000 the last time I looked. 4,000.
Wow, and it's got Robert Pattinson on it too.
Yeah,
I think Daniel Radcliffe. I mean, 2 big names.
He's a big actor. He was Batman, so I think that card is definitely play, and it's a patch auto.
Twilight. Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Quad patch auto.
Yeah. Screen used material. Yeah.
Carlos, congratulations to the golden winner, Pokey Hello Sports. 25 Perez. What's up, guys? What's up, buddy? Ed, evening, fellas from H-Town, Houston, Texas. Ed, I finally hit a 1-of-1 superfractor of Benicio del Toro as DJ in Star Wars Chrome. Will be heading to Dallas for grading. Wow. You pulled that, Ed?
Lucky.
Of Benicio. I didn't even know he had a card. That's crazy. It's good to know. Loser Lisa. Oh, my gosh. What a name. Oh, my God. Yes.
Talking about that movie you referenced.
Oh, yeah. Observe and Report. Yeah. My old roommate. His name is Randy Gamble. He was the streaker. Loser Lisa. LMAO, that movie got so much press at the time. Yeah, but it didn't do as well as Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I remember that one.
You probably saw that.
Yeah, I did.
It came out like the same week, I think. 2 Mall Cop movies in the same week. Loser Lisa, I'm dying. Yeah, watch that scene. You can actually, tell people that movie, when it went to the MPAA for ratings, that movie went, because of his male nudity, went from an R to a PG.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Loser Lisa, how many times did you have to redo that, or did he have to redo that scene, you think? I don't know, but he definitely had a bruised shoulder and bruised legs from all the running and falling down in the scene.
Ouch.
And he was like purple for like weeks. Emmanuel, I'm here for the pop culture and stay for the comedy. Well, thank you, Emmanuel. Glad you think we're funny. You're 2 of the 3 people on here that do. Andrew, Dan, and Merlin, what tips and advice do you give to people that haven't ever been a dealer at a card show? So you want to know what he's saying. He wants to know how to be a card dealer at a show, or just when you're attending a card show.
Well, I've made videos about this, Andrew, so you can go to my catalog of videos and you can see how to prepare for being at a card show. But basically, you just have to be prepared. You have to have your cards priced. Price your cards ideally, or at least know the value of your cards. Do not look up your card price if somebody asks you that. Okay. Have things organized beforehand. Have an idea how you're going to lay out your cards. Have enough cash to make change, things like that. And then just be willing to put yourself out there and talk to people. You
do have to talk. It's important. You can't just sit there in a chair and wait for people to come to you.
You have to be engaging.
Yes.
Remember, you're a salesperson. You're selling stuff. So you don't just expect people to walk up to your table and buy stuff. You actually have to engage them in conversation, be very nice, be very friendly, polite, and sell your stuff to them. And, just understand that sometimes you could go hours when nobody comes up to your table, or you could be so busy that you have no time to even eat, you know what I mean? Or go to the bathroom. So it depends on the card show, but just do it one time. And you'll start to feel comfortable and just keep doing it, because it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. And I recommend everybody to try to at least be a vendor one time in their life.
Yeah, we talked so much to people there that they actually pay for a card just to get the hell out of there. So we'll shut up.
When the person talks too much, I'd be like, hey, have you met Merlin? I send them over to Merlin.
But Dan knows he doesn't have a deal to go.
Yeah. I will only talk to somebody for about 2 minutes. That's it. And I'm like, hey, have you met Merlin?
Then when it's a bunch of crappy cards, he goes, I think Merlin will buy them. And I look who sent? They said, I heard you would buy these cards. I'm like, no, these are terrible. They're like, well, Curator told us you'd buy them. I'm going to kill that guy. Dexflow Toys, great Curator. I own 2 Bloodline booklets. I don't need diamond hands on one. 4K on the booklet before it's gone. Dexflow is really hounding you about this.
He's pressing me. No,
booklet.
I want to see it in person, Dex. If you still have it at the National, you bring it to me. Let me open it and see, because I never seen this thing in person. I haven't even seen anybody post anything except for that one preview that Panini did. Okay, let me see what it looks like. They're all sticker autos, so I'm not that excited, to be honest. But
which brand is it?
Impeccable.
And it was still a sticker?
Immaculate. It's an immaculate set.
And it's still a sticker?
Yeah, they're all stickers.
Oh,
which
man.
is not that great, to be honest, but hey, if I see it,
it's still a Bloodline booklet.
Yeah, we can make a deal, possibly. We'll see. But
it's turn that 4K into 25K, Dan.
Maybe I could. But it's numbered out of 25. So see, it's not even that rare, to be honest. It's numbered out of 25.
There's 25 booklets?
Yeah.
Mark the Collector. Dan is the undisputed tenderizing universal champion. We're going to have to make a belt that he can wear at the National that says that, guys.
The great tenderizer. That's me, guys.
Tell me where I can get a belt made for him. I'll have him streak around in it.
Some of these comments are funny. I'm screening these comments, guys.
Cardboard Guardian. What's wrong with a grown man using emojis? Nothing. I do it too. Just a lot of eggplants, dude. A lot of eggplants.
Hey, whoa. Okay. To your friend, to your old roommate.
Yes. When I'm referring to my old roommate.
I use emojis. I use it a way to lighten up conversations.
I use the puke one a lot because I just want to puke when everybody tries to negotiate with me on the phone. Puke the offers they give me. You didn't send that guy a puke emoji, did you?
No, I think that's rude. I would never do that.
Denny Cards. Denny, good to see you, buddy. I like pillow talk during negotiation. Oh, do you do a lot of pillow talk, Dan?
No, I hate that. Right?
You probably, after that $25,000 one, you probably feel like pillow talking. You're glowing right now.
With that guy, I answer that guy's text message every time now.
He's glowing.
Yeah.
Afterglow. Look at him.
I had a glow up.
Glow. Manuel, Between Two Slabs, moving markets again. Yep.
Trying my
get
best.
Hell for it.
Trying my best. And here's one thing too. I'll say this.
What's that?
I'm in the position right now where, because I make a lot of content, I go to big shows. I'm in the position where I can move these big cards now, where I feel like other people might not have that access to buyers to move cards like this, right? But I'm in that position now, so I'm trying to take advantage of that, and I'm trying to move big cards and bring exposure and propel these markets to the next level. I don't know. I just really like doing that. Star Wars, Marvel, wrestling, Disney, whatever else that we can get our hands on, it's really rewarding for me to do that versus, I don't know, selling some basketball cards or football, baseball cards.
Have you been buying any of the Disney still?
I got boxes I haven't even opened. I got like 6 boxes I haven't even opened yet.
Oh, wow.
Can I show you something?
Yes, please.
I'm out of control, dude. I feel like I have a problem.
I knew I'd instigate something here.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like
there's packages all on the floor here. What are they? Oh, they're wrestling, aren't they?
Yes, they're prism boxes.
He's still trying to find another superfractor in there, or one prism actually. Since
so underneath here, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Underneath here are Disney boxes.
Oh my god! I didn't even see those, Dan, because they were taken up by all the wrappers from the WWE Prism.
Yes. So.
Oh my gosh, we have to have an intervention, folks. Intervention.
Yeah, I've
at the National. If y'all are going to be at the National, meet me on day one at the National, so we can take Dan into a room.
I've been a bit out of control lately, guys. I've been out of control, but I'm on a roll. I feel like I'm on a roll.
There goes his 25,000. It's all over the floor, folks. It's all over the floor.
I feel like I'm due for a big hit pretty soon. Okay.
There goes his daughter's college education.
I've been closing deals. I've even been getting great grades on my cards. I got a card. I'm going to tell you a PMG, green PMG. I got a PSA 9 on it. It's coming in the mail soon.
What?
I'm just hitting on all cylinders right now.
A PSA 9 on a PMG?
Yes. That's what we'll talk about next week.
Oh, you disgust me.
We'll talk about that next week.
You're disgusting.
Okay. But I feel like I'm due for a big hit. I just got to open more boxes.
Well, that's why he's doing all this. Now I see he thinks he's got the golden fingers right now. Golly. Cardboard Guardian. Dan, you made a huge sale. Don't worry about getting revenge. Just enjoy the sale. I don't think he's worried about the revenge right now. He feels too good.
No, I want the revenge.
You do? Oh, the revenge on the guys, yes. all the trolls.
Yes. I'm
about
just like
the Roman Reigns. Gotcha.
I'm the king of petty, and I'm coming for you in the comment section, okay? I'm coming for you guys. You know who you are.
Does it make you feel good?
Yes. Yes. It's going to make me feel real good. Trust me. You guys are going to see the reels that I've got cooking on. I've been saving certain reels that I'm going to remix for months now. Okay. I've been waiting for this moment. All right. This is going to be sweet, sweet revenge for me.
Oh boy. Tony, the hobby needs to know how much it was sold for, Dan.
They will know. They will know. Trust me. They will know.
Big John, collector's cards. The tribal chief is big time money.
I'm telling people. And I'm telling you, the first year Prism, last year's Prism, Roman Reigns, 1-on-1, the black 1-on-1s, have not been pulled yet.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because, I heard you talk anything about the black.
Listen to this. I bet you anything.
Those are Panini cards because Superfractors tops and the black ones are from Panini, correct?
Yes. I bet you anything that when my sale goes public and people start talking about it, $25,000, somebody's going to pull that card. I bet you it's going to surface within the next 3 months. That card's going to go up, and then people are going to say 50 grand for it. Something like that.
Because that's where the rock came from, right?
Yes.
Is the black one.
Yes. Okay. So that one has not surfaced yet. So could be out there. And it's a good looking card too. It's him about to do his spear, I think, or his Superman punch. So it's out there somewhere. And that's why I'm ripping these boxes. I'm looking for it. Okay.
He's trying to find the golden ticket, folks.
I still got
Willy
right
Wonka here.
I still got 3 boxes. I'm looking for it, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Tony, it helps the hobby. Yep. Doesn't hurt. Denny, don't worry about getting revenge. You don't know Dan well enough. Laughing out. That's half the fun.
Denny's. I've gotten to know Denny's cards pretty well. He just has a new podcast that just come out that
he does.
I was his first guest on. It's called Hobby S. Thompson on YouTube.
Okay.
Check it out. It's a really good interview.
Hunting S. Thompson.
Yeah.
Funny.
Hobby S. Thompson. Hobby
S. Thompson, like Hunter S. Thompson of
yes. Really good interview that I did with him. I don't joke around a lot. You get to see like a more serious side. We've got it. We go really deep into topics in the hobby. So go check him out on YouTube, Hobby S. Thompson. Check him out on Instagram, Denny's Cards. He's a cool guy. I got to know him for a while. And, he's just another one of those, the people that support our channel that, we love to, we love his support. So we want to support him too.
That's right. A Cardboard Guardian, laughing loud. I know, but he's always preaching about being a gentleman collector.
Yes. Right. So you want to be a gentleman. You want to be nice, polite, kind to everybody in the hobby that returns that to you, that returns that same energy to you. Right. Mm-hmm. If you are nice to me, I will be nice to you. If you're polite to me, I will be extra polite to you. But if you're a dick to me, all bets off, guys. All bets off. Okay. I will return that same energy to you 2, 3, 4, 5x. Okay. That's just how I operate. So all those guys, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. Okay. Ooh. This is my moment. Okay. They're going to get it.
You're going to fuel the fire. Tony, that guy acknowledged the tribal chief. Yes, he did. He got acknowledged. Andrew, that irony of cards being worth hundreds or even $1,000 is you can't use the card as currency at a McDonald's or a grocery store. Can't buy a fish sandwich with a LeBron rookie in hand.
Yeah, so true. I've said this many times. Collectibles are only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. And really, outside of the hobby of people that know what these things are, 99% of the world thinks this stuff is junk. They think it's useless, but that's okay. Just like any form of collectible, whether it's cards, comics, toys, cars, clothes, record albums, whatever it is, right? There's always going to be a community of people that covet and value these items and willing to pay up for it. Each hobby is its own little economy. So even though most of the world would think it's junk, within our world, our community, there are people that value it, and that's who you interact with, you know?
Mark the Collector, when Dan hinted at 25,000 minimal on one of his lives, I knew he got that number because he wasn't going to settle for less.
Yes. Okay. If you know, honestly, this is probably not going to make the guy who bought it for me happy, but honestly, if those trolls didn't piss me off in that reel, I probably would have gave it up for cheaper. You know, I probably would have taken less on it for sure. But because I had to make a point and I wanted that moment where I get to go scroll through those comments and get these guys back, I stood firm on my price.
Denny, we as human beings can have many sides to us.
Yeah, that's true. He's talking about me.
Yes.
he gets to know many sides.
Balance the scales, right?
Yeah. We talk regularly, so he gets to see different sides of me for sure.
Denny's a jokester. He's always messaging me too with jokes on IG. Tony, are you going to chase the black one of one now?
Oh, hell. Well, I mean,
that's what he's doing down there. Look on the floor,
burned,
man.
I've almost burned through an entire case, so I don't know how much more I'll be able to do, but I tried for sure.
Because you know they're still out there, right?
Yeah.
Or someone hasn't posted it.
Yeah.
They could have it, not even realize it.
You might find it in a shoebox in Coaching.
I know, right? Ed Rand, congratulations.
Appreciate that. Let's see here. A lot of comments between members of the chat here, so that's cool, but I gotta cycle through it here.
Sock it to me, baby. Denny, logo mama.
Yeah, he's talking about my logo mama card here. I like that.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy my belt and a t-shirt that said I'm with Mammy.
Yeah, I'm going to call this the logo mama. Logo mommy. Is it mommy? Does she call it
mommy? Mommy, yeah. Mammy
logo mommy.
M-A-M-I.
Yeah.
Andrew, they showed on Raw that Rhea Ripley has more followers on TikTok than any other wrestler.
Does she really? That's interesting. You know, that's another thing that I use to gauge how popular somebody is their social media following. The more they have, the more relevant they are, I think.
Mm-hmm. And Mark, congrats on Immaculate 101, Rhea Ripley auto memorabilia. Welcome to the club, dude. Because Mark has his too, I know. Andrew, rare is great when you can afford it. That's why you got to look at all these other auction sites is his point. That's what he's trying to tell y'all. Get it before other people find out.
Not everything that's rare is always expensive.
Right.
Because what makes it rare
is the story behind it.
Is the story behind it, and you have to have the knowledge to recognize what it is. Most of the time, people don't recognize what something is, and they won't, you know, it'll be left the way it is, you know. So, but there's different levels, you know. Not everything's a $25,000 card. You could find a rare card for like $100. You know what I mean? You never know.
That's right. Mark the Collector, super rare items. You can name your own price. Yes, exactly.
Yes. That's my goal. That's my strategy now.
Emmanuel, 40 people watching. Hit the like button. That's right, brother. Hit the like button, folks. What's the difference between a value of a one-of-one Roman or any other superstar superfractor from one year to another?
It really depends on the story behind it, right? And we in the hobby make stories for everything.
And eye appeal.
2014, his first superfractor. Oh, wow. 2021, my superfractor. His first superfractor as the tribal chief. Action pose, you know, Superman punch. Prism, first year Prism, you know, first year Immaculate, whatever, right? On card auto, you know, we add all these quantifiable things that we use as a storyline behind the card to try to tell the story about why it's valuable. But really, it really just comes down to the person who has the card, who can tell that story, versus the person who wants that card enough to believe that story.
Andrew, the 1-of-1 and lower numbered reigns will go for higher prices than most of the other wrestlers just due to his position on the card of being the guy. Tony, but why is 1 year more valuable than another for his superfractor, for example?
Wrestling is a little bit different. Like in sports, you could say like the rookie card is the more valuable card, right?
Correct.
Wrestling is the different because wrestling, for me, the way that I view it is they can have a debut, but if they change character, it's a different one. Like Stone Cold has a card where he's stunning Steve Austin. Then he also has
WCW days.
Yeah, and he also has a card where he's Stone Cold Steve Austin, his most popular character. Rock has a card where he's Rocky Maivia, but then he also has a card where he's The Rock. You know, Roman Reigns, member of the Shield, versus the Tribal Chief. So it's a little bit different, and really, it just there's no.
Godly, you could have a bunch for like Mick Foley, who has 4 or 5 different characters.
There's no formula for it, to be honest, in my opinion. It's just about eye appeal, like Merlin said. The brand of the card, is it Topps Chrome versus just Topps paper? Is it Prism versus whatever they call that, Vortex or whatever that stuff is called? Or Select, for example. So it's the brand name of the card itself, the set, and then it's just the the time of a year. Is it like for Shohei Ohtani, is it his 2020 MVP year or whatever that is, 21 MVP year? Is it Roman's year where he's the Tribal Chief and 1,000-day champion versus when he was just mid card? So it just kind of depends. There's no formula to it. It all depends on the specific card and the story that can be told about it.
So true, because there are some cards with like wrestlers and they're behind like a podium. Who wants that?
Exactly, right?
The suit and a podium. I hate when they make that kind of card on a superstar wrestler. Mm-hmm. But when he's in action and it's freaking cool photo, then it's even better. Tony, Dan, have you seen the 1-of-1 Rock on Golden? Your Roman is going to kill it in that price sold. Is that the one, the black one? Or which one are you talking about?
The black second year Rock. It's on Elite Auction right now.
That's on right now. Oh, it is.
I think that card will go for $15,000.
When's it end? Or has it started?
Like 20 days or something like that. It's got a while. But be interesting.
Because it's Elite?
Yes. Be interesting to see what happens with that.
Culture Shock Collectibles. What's up, Jesse? Good evening, gentlemen. Hope all is well. Tiki TikTok. Oh, I love the name. Hello, my friends. Should I trust Golden Auction and sell my cards for nice money, or am I better off selling on eBay auctions or card shows? Thanks. Dan, you can answer that one.
Oh, man, it really depends because if you want the highest exposure for high-ticket items, Golden's probably your best bet, but it's not guaranteed. If you have low-end,
nothing guaranteed.
Yeah, if you have low-end stuff, eBay has the most eyes. So low-end that are hard to move, eBay has the most eyes. You can sell it. If you have cards that are liquid, that you don't want to deal with the hassle of shipping and returns or anything like that, sell them in the shows. It really depends. Okay. But I'll tell you this, that nothing is guaranteed. Okay. Nothing is guaranteed. Don't assume that you have a card that last sold for $1,000. You're going to get $1,000 for it. Okay. You might get more, you might get less, you might get exactly what you want. The hobby is very unpredictable. So you just kind of have to feel it out depending on your inventory and see what works best for you. And then factor in all the other stuff that involves like shipping. Like if you're going to do eBay, you got to ship everything yourself. If you send it to Golden, they take care of it. If you go to a show, you don't even have to do it yourself. So you have to factor all those things in and then figure out what works best for you.
Tony, what's worth more, a superfractor on card auto or a normal 1-of-1 superfractor?
I mean, all things without considering any other factors, I'd have to say an on-card auto,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. If it's a sticker auto now, though, I would prefer no sticker auto.
Just a regular 1-of-1 superfractor
yes.
versus a sticker auto.
Yes.
The sticker auto is that bad to you?
I mean, for
most people.
For most people, yes.
Gotcha. Mark the Collector, laughing out loud, wrappers and boxes on the floor still. Arnold Schwarzenegger cards are buried under from months ago. Oh, poor Dan. Adrian, CV Sports Cards, what's up, guys? What's up, buddy? Again, Adrian, Dan, you got trolled again. Tell me who, bro? Let me at him. Oh dear.
Adrian
goes to town.
Adrian's my pit bull. If I ever have any problems, I tell Adrian to go take care of it. Go take care of it. And he will tear into people in the comments. Adrian doesn't care about anything. He will tear into people in the comments, and he gets like serious too. It's really funny.
Yes, he does. Oh my gosh, we're on here for 2 hours. Lee Haskins, getting to watch last part of this live. Watch then all later while driving in the car. Enjoy your show. Yes, and we also do podcasts too. We're on Spotify, Amazon, all the Google, all of them. Ed Ram, great show, fellas. Thanks, Ed. Lee, I just got a 1-on-1 Mike Trout card from 2018. Is that rare? Oh, hell yeah.
If it's a 1-on-1, yes.
Yeah. That's worth some money. Tick-tock. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for your advice.
Yes. Okay, so that is the last comment.
Right.
Wrap it up. We went a little bit over today, but you guys love this long form content, so we are here to entertain you guys. All right, last thing we're going to say, and we'll wrap it up. Make sure you subscribe to this dude here, Merle World Cards. We want to see him walk around in a Merkin at the Dallas Card Show.
Right here.
So check him out. Merle World Cards. Okay, and then make sure you join us live. We're coming back live again tomorrow, guys.
Tomorrow night,
6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out with us where we talk about auctions. I'm going to spend some money, and who knows what shenanigans we will.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Merlin, you want to add anything before I sign off?
Yeah, like I said, we'll be on at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific Time tomorrow. That's Wednesday. What is it, June the 7th. So make sure you tune in to our golden auctions. We'll talk about the cards that are the items that ended in pop culture and ones that will start for this week. So tune in because you want to know some secrets what the great curator is looking at. So maybe you can get it before he can get it.
Yeah. And
because now he's got $25,000 to burn, and it's burning hard in his pockets right now.
Actually, I got a lot more than that, guys. But that's another story.
Dear. Okay.
That's another story for another time, guys.
Well, you know what I mean, man. But hurry up and get to it and make a bid on it before this guy does.
I am the great curator. This is Merle World Cards.
What's up? I'm Merlin,
is Between Two Slabs, the best podcast in the hobby that nobody listens to. We will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.